They got me in, Barbara.
Oh, good. Thank you, Roger. I was getting worried.
That's why I got here early is to check things out this way.
Good.
Tell you what, I'm going to play just a little bit on the bugle just so you can kind of hear so we know
Okay.
whether it'll work good.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Never sounded from my office here, so but I do in a small room at home, so that's good. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Mute. I was going to say mute myself for now.
Okay.
And I'll put it back on just before 7.
Sure.
I'm being recorded
Hello, you got on.
on my iPhone. I can't get on with my computer. Yeah,
Wow.
the thing you just sent me worked, but I couldn't get on using what was in the fundraiser and the password.
Oh,
And the
geez.
password was not in the fundraiser.
Well, I think Zoom has required that now, but I didn't do anything different. I don't know.
Well, other people are getting in. Is that correct or not?
No, they're not. Normally, I usually have a whole bunch of people.
I know.
Steve's trying to get in.
It says enter meeting password. Every time I enter it, it says that password was incorrect. Please try again.
But you got in on your phone.
Through the link that you texted me.
Oh, that's weird.
And I did not have to enter anything else. I just hit the link and I got on.
Okay.
I'm just concerned we have a major process issue.
Yeah, I think we do. And I don't know what to do about it.
Neither do I, other than call Kit and have him blast out something, but I don't know what to tell him to blast. If you had emailed that to me, it would have been easier for me, but it doesn't matter. I'm on. So
Let me send something to Kit real quickly.
but the screen that you texted me, I just clicked on it and I'm there.
Okay, let me.
It says, let me identify myself, and I said Bill Lawson's iPhone, and it worked.
Okay, hold on.
I'm glad I tried to get on early.
Yeah. Well, let me send something to Kit and see if he can blast it. I don't know that anybody will even see it, but
Well, they can if they go search for messages.
yeah, hold
I
on.
could.
Every time you think you know it, how to work this thing, it screws up.
I know it doesn't make much sense to me. I thought we had been doing really well.
Well, we had been. What we may have to do is record Roger and then play that back.
Steve's in.
Well, I just sent him the stuff, that different, it's a different link. When I went out to Zoom to look at it, it's a different link than it was before. And it's not next week's link, that's different.
Oh, that's the problem. Everybody has the wrong link. So, sorry.
Yeah, oh dear, okay.
Blame it on Steve, whether he had anything to do with it or not.
Steve didn't do it. Let's see.
Might want to, that link that you sent me, Barbara, it obviously worked. Might want to blast that over to Kit.
I did.
Okay.
I just did.
Okay.
Although we're a little behind the power curve at
Yeah, well.
2 minutes to 7 or something, or 7 o'clock on the button. Yeah, I couldn't get in either, Steve. But the link that she sent you, she had just sent me, and I got on with my iPhone. But I don't have the right kind of communication to get on with my computer.
And that's weird that you can get on with your iPhone and not with your laptop. That's crazy.
Well, but I got on with the link with the thing you texted me. That screen you texted me, all I had to do was hit it, and I got right on.
Well, I just sent that link and the password to Kit, and I don't know if he will see it or not.
Well, he'll see it after I call him. Hold on.
Okay. Roger will be starting probably a few minutes later than I had planned.
Not a problem.
Could be.
Thank you. In any case, it's being recorded and it will be played back regardless of how many people get on the call this morning.
The father of one of my childhood friends he was a clock collector, and he had about 50 of those clocks in their den, and he kept them all around and on time. We were trying to have a meeting in there one day. There were about 12 of us, and when we came to the top of the hour, we just had to suspend because 50 clocks chiming at the same time.
I usually, on our Zoom meetings, I usually go on mute to let that finish chiming and then I start the meeting.
Hey, Kit is blasting it out now as we speak.
Okay. We'll give it about 5 minutes and then we'll go ahead and start.
Yeah, gosh, I forwarded that on to the RI president because he wanted to attend today.
It is blasting out a new link and password. Well, he's blasting out a new link. Apparently the link doesn't work. So I sent it to Kit and he's blasting it out. Kit is, but the link does not work. So Kit is blasting out a new link and password. So check your email. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
You may get several calls.
Yeah, I've gotten, let's see, Carolyn's trying to get in. Linda's trying to get in. I sent them all the new link in the password.
Well,
Tim's trying to get in.
we all apparently need a little, or at least several of us need a little thing where we can blast out something to everybody. I haven't put that together for the club.
Yeah, we do. Apparently Carolyn can't get in even with the new link. I'll tell her to try her iPhone.
Well, anyway, everybody else will get absent today. And we'll get attendance. Wow, we're doing good. Well, there's not much you can do if people don't look at their. Well, Kit isn't in. That's what concerns me. If Kit's not in, that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how some people are getting in with that link and some are not. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, how many are in?
Well, you're in.
Yes, but you sent me, I got that by text and I'm on my cell phone for whatever reason. I didn't need the password.
Well, Roger's in.
And again, that was the new link you sent me.
Our bugler. And Tim says he can't get in, and I sent him that right information.
Hi, Megan.
Megan's in.
I can't hear her though.
Megan's on mute.
Not on mute.
Oh, Megan's gone.
Tamara said it didn't work for her either.
The one that Kit sent out?
Oh, she said she didn't get it. Okay.
That doesn't help. Well, I'm on twice now.
Well, Steve, you got in on your laptop, right?
Yes.
No. Oh, Steve did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it bothers me that Kit isn't in.
Kit just sent the blast out.
And Kevin joined, it said. And he says it's asking him for a password. The password did not work for me. I don't mind sending it to him. I told him to look for Kit's blast. Did Kit put
It's
the
yeah.
password in the blast?
It's 049735. I guess maybe the phone number is different too. I don't, because Carolyn can't get in on the phone number.
I clicked on where you sent me the 02web.zoom.
Yeah.
Is anybody else on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear you here, Megan. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they're asking for a password with the meeting ID.
Which we've never had to do.
049735. Well, but Zoom was supposedly, I thought they had already started that, and that is to keep people from hacking into our meeting.
Right, but I originally set it up without a password.
Yeah,
I know.
it's never done that before.
So the other thing is I tried to dial in by phone and it says that the meeting isn't in progress yet. So is there a new meeting ID or is it this? Because I'm looking at the fundraiser right now and I'm using the one on the fundraiser because it says next week it changes.
It does
Did it already
next week, but apparently something changed this week as well, and I didn't do that. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay.
So, bye, sweetie.
Have fun trying to get your meeting going.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm on my phone right now because it's the only way it'd work with the link you sent.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I had Kit send out the new link, the link that I got in on,
Okay.
and he blasted that out on email.
Oh, urgent. Here it is. Okay.
Just so you know.
Barbara,
I know, I'm just you're thinking
I cannot.
tech savvy you were, and you're older than me, and well, you're in, but
Yeah, I'm in. What's wrong with you guys?
Well,
Bye.
I cannot copy that link that you texted me. Andy can't get in now either, including with the password.
Well, did
So
he try what Kit just sent out?
I don't know. I told him to look for Kit's email that he just sent. So
Okay, somebody's dialing in.
Ah, good. Tamara made it.
Yeah, actually, I originally tried to dial in and I got put on hold with it, but then this second link worked.
Yeah, I do not know.
I see Micah's, but I don't hear him.
Oh, we're getting more people on. Tamara's on.
Yeah.
Kurt's on. Yeah, Mike is.
There's Andy trying to get on. Hey, Martha.
Hey, Barbara,
Yes.
I'm gonna jump off for a second. Miss Massey is on her
I'm
phone.
on. I was thinking about just meeting y'all at the Marriott. Oops, we're not meeting at the Marriott.
Can you forward the new link to her, Paul?
That's what I was gonna do. I'll see. I thought I heard somebody say that she was there.
I don't see her.
Okay, I'll get right back, so I will see you guys shortly.
Okay, we'll start in just a couple minutes because I don't want to keep Roger any longer than.
Well, and Andy says he's on now. He said he was thinking about just meeting us at the Marriott, so.
There's Andy. Martha's on, Bill's on, Kit's on.
Yeah, that was freaking me out.
Freaking you out. Should have seen Barbara 15 minutes ago.
And it was so weird because Don Watson's always on like at 6:30. And I got on this morning about 1:45 and because Roger texted me or emailed me and he said he couldn't get on. And I thought, oh no. Our wonderful meeting is just, cratered. Carolyn McGay can't get on. Okay.
Did our speaker get on?
Yes, not yet.
Barbara, does this count for 2 meetings now?
I think it might. Kurt?
Did you tell Roger we don't normally have this problem?
Kurt, only if you got on the first meeting.
I tried.
Trying doesn't matter. Trying doesn't
Hi, everyone.
matter.
This is Tim. I'm here now.
Oh, good. Thank you. Well, we've got half of our group on. We've got 17 people on now. So
Carolyn joined, right?
Carolyn's on. She's on her phone.
Me too.
Well, I have no more text messages that anybody's trying to get on.
Did you get my email?
I have no more emails that anybody's trying to get on. So I think what we're going to do, I'll continue to monitor that. What I'd like to do is 7:15, and I don't want to take away from our speaker either. So if I can manage all the rest of this technical stuff, I think what we'll do is go ahead and start. And we're going to start with Roger Meyer, who has kindly agreed that he's going to kick off our Veterans Day meeting today. So Roger, it's all yours for the next 30 seconds or whatever.
Oh.
Thank you, Roger. That's a rousing wake up for our guys this morning. A tribute to our veterans. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We've never had a meeting start like that, so that's great. Okay, I'm going to do one thing now. We're going to honor our veterans here. Let me see if I can figure this out. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
If tomorrow all the days were gone, work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today. But the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you in the papers today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
And thank you, Linda Ortega, for putting that together for us. It's a nice tribute. It's nice to see these guys when they were just young kids going off to war. That was really special. Thank you. Paul, you are our Rotarian of the day, so let me see if I can figure out. I'm gonna let you take it over, Paul, for prayer and pledge now.
All right. I would like a few minutes of silent prayer for the veterans and their families, and especially the vets that are affected by PTSD. So if we would pray now. We'll do the pledge now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Paul.
Now, at this point, I don't know. I sent Ms. Massey the new stuff, so I'm not sure if she's on yet or.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and let Megan do Sergeant at Arms, and I'll keep looking on my email to see if I have anything. Go ahead, Megan.
Okay, good morning. She wouldn't be trying, I just got a phone call, which I never get phone calls this early. Would she be trying to call me?
Possibly.
Do you want me to, Barbara, do you want to start and I can check on this?
Sure.
I'm not sure who this is.
Did they leave
She
you a
just
message?
called me. Well, not yet, no.
Oh, she.
Okay.
Well, let's just go ahead and start. I think she'll probably try to get
Okay.
a call.
Okay. All right, good morning. That was actually a beautiful tribute. Thank you, veterans, for all of your service and what you've done. It's just amazing having a son who is about to embark on that journey. It's pretty moving. So, all right. Any guests that we have? Obviously, we had our bugler, who was amazing. Anybody else? Any other guests? I know we've had a hard time. What about anniversaries or birthdays? Anniversaries or birthdays?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. How about Happy Bucks? Happy Bucks?
Happy
Anybody happy?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Jesse. Yeah.
I'll do 2 happy bucks since I might as well start racking them up with Mike Bibby. One is that I started climbing over at Chandler Park, so I've been enjoying that. Yeah, we've had some good, nice, mild days, so that's gotten me out there. And the other is that I think we'll be moving to close on a plot of land here this week, so we're excited for that. We're not homeowners yet, and we'll own some land, and then we can embark on the journey of building. So, yeah, those are 2 things I'm happy about this morning.
Awesome. Good. Okay. Hey, before we move on, can everybody go on mute? I think we have someone who's watching television, which is all good and fine. We just need to make sure that everybody's muted, okay? And Barbara, maybe if you can watch that too. I don't know if there's a way to mute who's ever on their phone. That would be great. Thank
I will
you.
mute people if they don't mute themselves.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Any other? Okay. Yes.
This is Joy, and my happy buck is that Fred and I are leaving Sunday for the Panhandle of Florida, and looks like we're going to be traveling into some strong headwinds with Ada trying to play coy, and so anyway, we're just looking forward to getting away for a couple of weeks, and so that's my happy buck.
Yay. Good. Well, enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
Oh, Joy, I think someone asked if you're going to take your bikes. Are you taking your bikes?
I'm not taking my bike, but Fred is taking his.
Joy, Paul Micus.
Yes?
You say you're leaving?
We're leaving on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So we'll see you tomorrow at the meeting. Foundation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And Barbara, Miss Massey is with us, so.
Yes, I see her on. Looks like she's in her car. Thank you for joining, Tina.
Yep.
I'm glad you got on.
All right. Any other happy bucks?
Well, after listening to Ellie and Barney, Sandy and I did the Talamina scenic trip last Thursday. I think it was Thursday. It was absolutely beautiful, and I'm glad we went then because I think it'd all be over with now. Last Friday.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That's great. Okay, Martha.
This isn't my happy buck, but it'll be Sunrise Rotary's happy buck and Mike Bibby's happy buck, because I've just added up all of my happy bucks and my birthday and my anniversary. And Mike, you're going to get a big check from me in the next few days because I keep forgetting to get it to you.
That's okay. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
I have one.
All right, Linda. Yes.
I'm surprised I didn't run into Jim Connor. We went Friday to the Talamina Drive too because Barney and Ellie said they had gone to see the leaves. And I think we were almost too late, but there were some gorgeous, gorgeous leaves.
Nice.
And I'm happy I didn't miss the bugler this morning.
Yeah.
This
All
is
right,
Tim.
yes.
Oh,
Tim. Okay, go ahead.
my wife and I are going to take a couple from our church and go see the Ansel Adams exhibit over at Crystal Bridges on Saturday. So we're looking forward to that.
I've heard that's beautiful over there. That'll be a great trip.
We did that a few weeks ago, and it's absolutely breathtaking, those pictures.
That's great. All right, I think I saw Mark Welty has something.
Yeah, today's my big birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, the big 6'2", so I'll be sending a check to Mike also. So you got some money coming your way, Mike.
Always glad to accept the money.
All right.
All right. Yes, Martha, you have something else?
I have one more. I wanted to say something about Roger. Roger's been a very, very good friend for about 25 years, goes to church with me. And when his son passed away about, I don't know how many years ago, one of the things that helped him to deal with his son's death was that he became a bugler. And he's done that at so many funerals for friends and people I don't even know. And I was really having a hard time finding somebody. I had contacted him initially, and he had some other dates, other places that he needed to be. And fortunately or unfortunately, because of the COVID, that was canceled. And he called me and said, I'll be there. And he is a really good friend, and it really meant a lot to me that he bugled for us this morning.
Great. Good. Okay. Anybody else? All right. Okay. Joke of the day. A couple was going out for an evening. The last thing they did was put the cat out. The taxi arrived, and as the couple walked out of the house, the cat shoots back in. So the husband goes back inside to chase it out. The wife, not wanting it known that the house would be empty, explained to the taxi driver, "He's just going upstairs to say goodbye to my mother." A few minutes later, the husband got into the taxi and said, "Sorry I took so long. The stupid thing was hiding under the bed, and I had to poke her with a coat hanger to get her to come out." So, all right.
Good. That's good.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Megan. Appreciate that. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Last week's winner of the Sharp Eyes contest was the Tonquist. I don't know which one. I think because they're on the same deal, they posted it together. So the card is in the mail to both of them, so they can fight it out as to who gets the $5 gift card. And again, there is an error in the fundraiser this week. And if you find it, post it in the chat room. And if you're the first one to identify it, you will get the $5 Starbucks gift card. So go for it. We had 10 people give checks so far for our In Polio Day, which was October the 24th. So that means we have $202 in our polio jar. So it's not over. You can still send your money to Mike Bibby, probably at his address, which is listed there, so that he doesn't have to go into the district office to pick up the check. But please continue to just pretend like we're passing the jar and send your check in to Mike. Thank you. Okay, socks for Fostering Connections. And a thank you to Evan Taylor for sending a box. He brought it to my house, and I took it to the board meeting on Monday night. And there were some candies in there and just a nice little thank you for what we've done for them. So if you have kids socks, you can drop them off at the address, which is there. It's around around the 51st and Harvard. Okay, we decided at the board meeting on Monday night, we can't do gifts for kids because we can't be around anybody right now, but we decided that we still want the kids to have a good Christmas. So we are giving money to Fostering Children and to Salvation Army for them to pick out the gifts for the children. In the past, we've had our little tree where we've picked out names and we've picked out gifts. And this year it's just not possible to do that. But the kids shouldn't have to suffer because of that. So we are still going to be able to give money to those organizations so they can get presents for the kids. And a project that Gifty is working on, it'll start next year. We're going to have a speaker from Gathering Hearts for Honduras where they gather eyeglasses. And we're telling you now so that you can look around your house and find those old drawers that you have stuffed your old eyeglasses in. Start collecting those because we'll want to be able to give those to Gifty sometime after the first of the year in the project that she's doing of gathering the glasses for Gathering Hearts. So don't bring them in yet. Well, there's nowhere to bring them yet, but start making a little sack or a pile of the glasses that you've got sitting around that you don't do anymore. And also, I think Megan said you can get a bunch of them from, I think it was Walmart. I'm not sure. So we want to make sure that that's a very successful project for our international
Amazon.
team. Amazon. Okay, good.
Amazon.
Okay, so go out to Amazon and just look for some readers. Look for glasses and obviously prescription. So, but like many of us, my prescription glasses have changed over the years. So I have several old pair that I'm going to be happy to donate to that project. Okay, Mike, do you want to do your number right now for drawing for, let me authorize you to share the screen. Okay, Mike, it's yours.
Okay, let me click on the right button. There we go. All right, hope everybody can see this. I'm mixing up the tickets. We have 20 people, 20 tickets in here this morning. And the name that I come up with is Milburn. Mr. Milburn, are you participating?
Number 2, Mike.
Oh, he wants number 2. Okay. Card number 2 Card number 2 is
Stop.
2 of spades.
That's what I said was number 2.
Yeah, okay. Jim, you didn't win today. I'm sorry. But the number of cards gets smaller every week. So looking forward to somebody winning next week.
After about a month in Sunrise, I am really desperate to see that Joker come up. I'm super invested now.
Betsy, I've been here for a year and I haven't seen it yet.
You got to prove to us next time that there really is a Joker in there.
Well, wait just a second. Okay, if you can see my screen, you can see the Joker.
I think I'm on screen sharing now, so we can't see it. So.
Well, I'm showing it anyway.
Mike, what number is that?
Oh, gee, I can't see. But it hasn't changed.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we talked at board meeting, you know, we haven't been able to have any social parties. We haven't been able to do our officers induction. We're not able to have a Christmas party. So we talked about, and this is of course depending on how things are going, but we talked about after the first of the year, just having a breakfast social on a Saturday morning. We can do it out at Tulsa Country Club where we can distance ourselves. It'll be a plated event where you can pick your meal ahead of time. So we're talking about doing that. And if y'all would just go to the chat room and let me know if you're interested in doing something like that, that'll give us an idea if we're going to have enough people to make it worthwhile to do it. You know, even if we have 10 people out there, I think it'd be really nice just to get together and have some social time together. So that's what we're talking about doing. We haven't booked any dates yet, but it will be after the first of the year. So if you would just go to the chat room and give me your thoughts on that, I would really appreciate it. And here's our numbers again. As you can see, they're going up. They're not going down. And if you read the papers, you'll see the same thing. And that's why we're still not meeting in person at the Marriott. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing and turn it over to Paul Micas, who is our Rotarian of the Day. And he can introduce himself and then introduce our speaker. So it's up to you, Paul. Thank you.
All right. Well, I am a Navy combat vet. A few of my shipmates, we took over 2 sorority houses. In doing so, I did get my combat service medal. Did not get any good conduct medal related to that. But I will turn this over to Miss Massey now and give her as much time to talk about family promises and what the work that's they're doing here in Tulsa.
Good morning, everybody. First off, thank you for this opportunity. I apologize, I'm in the car. I have a little one that I'm getting ready to take to school, so that's why I'm in the car. And I recently had surgery, so that's why I missed last Tuesday's meeting, so I apologize for that. But I'm very grateful for the opportunity to tell everyone about the mission that I love. Family Promise of Tulsa County is a organization. We help homeless families get back on their feet. Family Promise is actually a national organization, and they have been in helping families. They've helped well over 1 million families, and they've been doing it for 32 years. Family Promise of Tulsa County, we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary, and we are making such a large impact in the community in Tulsa. How our program works, pre-COVID, we partnered with 13 local congregations and they provided shelter, food, and we provided the transportation. We also provide case management. What the families would do is they would move from Sunday to Sunday, and then they would come to the resource center during the day, and they would get the intensive case management. We have financial literature classes, we have childhood classes, anything that would help the family. We also make sure that the families have all the paperwork that they're going to need. So if the children don't have birth certificates, we pay for the birth certificates. If they don't have Social Security cards, we make sure everybody has a Social Security card. We make sure that the parents have an ID. That was all pre-COVID. Before COVID, we could only help 4 families at a time. Because of COVID happened, we we were able to house families in our little resource center, so I could only house 2 families at a time, and that was not adequate enough because the need is so big in our community. So I hit the ground running. I developed partnerships with the Lindsay House and the Mental Health Association, and they are allowing us to rent apartments at below cost. So and all bills paid, so that really truly helps. And now we started off with 6 apartments, but now we have a total of 8. So COVID has been really, really hard on, so many people, and, we can't get together, but it has actually allowed us the opportunity to actually double the impact that we're helping. So we were only able to help 4. Now we're able to help 8 families at a time. And how the program works is it's a 30, 60, or 90-day program. So once we get the referral, we do a phone interview with the families. If we deem that they'll be a good fit, we bring them in for an interview. The families they have to pass a drug screening and commit to drug and alcohol-free environment while they're in the program. They also have to pass a background screening, so they can't have anything violent within the last 5 years. And once we bring them into the program, we give them a couple days to decompress, because the families that we help, they're either sleeping in their car, they're doubling up with other people, they're sleeping, they're couch surfing, they're sleeping in hotels or whatever they can just to survive. So we give them a couple days to decompress, and once they get decompressed, they know that they're going to have a safe place to sleep. They know that they're going to have meals, and they know that they can get where they need to go. It's an amazing transformation from the day that they first come in to, let's say, 30 days out. It's just, you can see that they have just let their guard down, and they're able to actually relax and focus on recovery and focus on the fact that they can actually do it. We get them jobs. Once they get the jobs, it starts building their confidence. And the children really, we try to make it so homely that the children don't even realize that they're homeless. So that is a big one for us. We're all about the children. We always want to make sure that the children have everything that they need. And in addition to that, to our case management, we are one of the only agencies in Tulsa that allows the families to stay together. So can you imagine, let's say that you're a 10-year-old child, and not only have you just lost your home, you have lost all of your friends that you've known your entire life, and your parents are desperate for help. So they go to your local shelter, and there's no family rooms available. So what they do is they separate the families. The Salvation Army only has 10 rooms available for families, and the Tulsa City County Shelter only has 2. So if they go to there and there's no family room available, they separate the fathers from the families. And can you imagine the additional trauma that causes to any of the children? Not only have you lost your home, you've lost your friend, and now you're losing your daddy too. And that is just heartbreaking to us. And so we do our best to make sure that the families can stay together. We believe it's best for the families to heal together as a family. We are also the only shelter that helps single fathers. If a single father has a child, they cannot, unless they have a family room, they cannot go into the shelter with that child, because they do not allow men to be with the general population. So single fathers have nowhere to turn, except for Family Promise. So I'm very, very proud of that. We have helped a few single fathers so far that have told us that, the only options they had to help themselves or their children, or they were sleeping in their car, or family had given up on them, and we were their only resource. And we have had many, many fathers that have just really been so appreciative, because we do allow the families to stay together. The program, like I said, is 30, 60, or 90 days. We evaluate the families on a weekly basis. Myself or my case manager work with them to find them jobs, to, like I said, get all the paperwork that they need, and try to get them headed towards self-sufficiency. And once they do that, after they're ready, if it doesn't have to be the whole 90 days. It's just based upon each family. So once they're ready, we partner with Rapid Rehousing, and that's through the Tulsa Day Center. And so let's say that a family is ready. They've saved all the money that they need. They're ready. They found an apartment or they found a house. Rapid Rehousing will help us get that family housed by, if they have a past due electric bill or if they have a past due water bill, they will cover all the arrears. In addition to getting all the electric turned on, all the utilities turned on, and they will pay the first month's rent. So that is in itself is amazing. We also have a financial literature class that they're supposed to take. In the past, we've relied on the volunteer, but because of COVID, we have moved everything online. We provide them with a financial literature book, and we work on budgeting with them. And if they have completed the program and saved the required amount of money, they receive a match from Family Promise due to a generous grant. So if the family has completed the program, we have all the budgeting information, they are eligible for a $500 match if they have saved $500 while they're in the program. We do not give it directly to them. It goes towards either rent or auto repair or credit repair, or it could prepay for electric or gas or water or anything like that. So in the program, they are required to save 85% of the money that they earn, because we are providing their shelter, their transportation, and their food while they're in our program. So they are required to save 85% of the money when they're there. Although we can't have our families staying at the congregations, our amazing congregations are still helping us with the families. They are providing groceries on a weekly basis. So if it would have been their host week and that family would have been staying with them, we give them a list and they are now providing groceries, and they're still providing home cooked meals every night to these families. And we're doing it in a contactless way. So they just meet the families at the door and they hand the food to them. So that way they're surrounded not only by people who care for them, but also for our volunteers. It still gives them the opportunity to be involved with the families, not as much as we'd like, but we have to do what we have to do to make sure that the families are safe and our volunteers are safe. So we still have them cook the meals for them, and the families are just so appreciative. And like I said, it's amazing to see the transformation. We welcomed this last week. We had a family graduate on Friday, and she had been with us for about 70 days, and she now has her own apartment. She came in with no job, no income whatsoever. She's got a job. She's been promoted twice already, and her daughter recently just moved to their new home on Friday. Monday, we had a mom that has a single mom with 4 children, and she moved into her apartment yesterday. So yeah, and she's fully self-sufficient. Other than the Rapid Rehousing help, she has secured a position. Her children now have a home. We have helped provide all the furniture. We've got them everything that they needed, and that shows those children that my mom can do it. My mom can do it. My dad can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. And our goal is to stop the poverty the poverty line at that child. We want to do our best to make sure that child is taken care of and the poverty ends with them. And just because they graduate doesn't mean that they end our program. We have extending the promise as well. So we check up on our graduates every single month, once a month. And because I knew families were struggling with COVID, and because a lot of them, some work in the service industry, and because they are struggling, I wanted to do something that would help these families. So there was a wonderful COVID grant through the Tulsa Community Foundation, and we applied for it. So we created a prevention diversion program. So we were able to help about 9 of our graduates with either partial rent, electric, or anything like that to keep them stable, prevent them from losing their homes again. So we do everything that we can to help the families that need us. And we wish that we did have the availability for more apartments. We are doing fundraising to try to do that, but because we are small, but we're mighty. So we are a staff of 2.5. I am full-time, my case manager is full-time, and then we have a part-time driver. So we're doing all this amazing work with just a very, very small staff, and we are very dedicated, and we're happy to do it. We did welcome another family yesterday. It was a mom, a dad, and a little 4-year-old little boy. And when we took them to the apartment, this happens quite frequently, but it's usually not the dad, but the dad broke down crying because he said, because once he toured the apartment, he was like, oh my gosh, it's fully furnished. It has everything that we need. And the dad actually broke down crying and had to leave the room. And, you know, just the fact that this gentleman has the ability to just take a break, relax, find a job, you know, be able to support his family was just so overwhelming for him that, you know, it's just moments like that just really make it all worthwhile. And we're so excited to work with his family. He's a former Marine that, you know, some people just need a hand up. We're not about a handout. We're about a hand up. So it's a one-time program. And we're just thrilled to be able to offer it to families in our community. And like I said, we've only been here for 2 years, and we've already helped over 40 families, 40 or 45 families. So that is absolutely amazing. And in addition to that, with the prevention diversion program, I hope to continue that as well, and not only help our graduates, but other families who are struggling in the area and just need a little hand up. And like I said, I'm an open book. If anybody has any questions or would like any further clarification or anything, please feel free. You can send questions my way.
All right, thank you, Tina. There are just a few comments in the chat and some questions. One, we do have Martha who said that her church, Joy Lutheran, I guess, has worked with your group. So that's
they do. They're amazing.
Yeah, good. And then here's a question: does Tulsa Family Promise take referrals from school McKinney-Vento liaisons?
Yes, we do. Yes, Jessica is our McKinney-Vento liaison, so we do get referrals from her. We also get referrals from 211, Unite Us, and just we do a lot of the social media, and we try to put everything out there. So we get referrals, direct referrals, but we get referrals from many different sources.
Great. Are you able to help homeless people dealing with serious illness like cancer?
The only thing with that is they have to be able to work. Because our program is only 30, maximum 90 days, that if they're currently on disability or something like that, we can help them because they can transition into to housing self-sufficiency. But because it's only 90 days, if it's not really feasible, unfortunately. I wish, you know, there are other agencies that could do that. But the main thing is they have to be able to work to be able to gain self-sufficiency. If not, we're just buying them time. And although it's wonderful, and we have done that in the past, we do try to steer towards families that are able to work and get self-sufficient because it is only 90 days.
Okay. Also, it looks like Andy says his church does it too. FUMC Tulsa, First United Methodist.
First United Methodist. Yep. Yes, definitely. We love our partner congregations and our host congregations. They have really just been amazing, and I know it's really difficult for them and different because they're used to housing the families in their congregations, but we're still so blessed that they are still stepping up and providing groceries and you know, the dinners, and it's just amazing. And in the past, some of the congregations, you know, we have a 15-passenger van, so some of the congregations would actually take the families on the weekends, and that's still available, but it's just with COVID, nobody really wants to do that, and that's fine. So I'm really hoping and praying that COVID comes to an end, because I really love the opportunity for the families to communicate with and be around the congregations, because that's just an added influence, and it just helps them for the better.
Great, great. Any other questions out there? If you want to go off mute and I can call on you, or are there any other questions for Tina? Martha, yes.
Yes, when we were taking care of the kids at our church, there were parents that actually did work, and we would, you know, and in the evening we would play with the kids and everything and kind of get them to settle down before they went to bed, and enjoy meals with the families and everything. How are the kids cared for now if the parents have some kind of a job?
Well, if the parents if they're school age children, we will extend the program a little bit. But if they're not, because Tulsa Public Schools, it's all kind of up in the air. We haven't really come across that yet. So if they're in school right now, they're still they're just doing the school at work. Hold on, can I put you on hold for just 1 second? Sorry about that.
Are there any other questions for Tina when she's back?
Sorry about that. I forgot my son's backpack.
Oh.
I was going to ask if they have a website.
We do. It's familypromisetulsa.org.
I'm putting that in the chat.
Anybody,
familypromisetulsa.org.
Yeah, familypromisetulsa.org.
Got it. All right.
Tina, thank you for coming on and speaking this morning. I'm sorry we were a little scrambled this morning and trying to.
No, that's okay. I am so very sorry.
Well,
the way I was in the car and all this craziness. But I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And if anybody has any follow-up questions or anything, please, my email. Paul has my email or my phone number, and please just feel free to give me a call.
great, thank you. We used to give coffee cups to people as a thank you for coming to speak to us, and it's kind of hard to do that virtually. So what we're doing is we're donating to Rotary's End Polio campaign in your name, or in Family Promise name. So that will be something that we do to thank you for coming and speaking with us.
That is wonderful.
And just a couple more things.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And then
go ahead.
I did have a question about the socks. We did get a large donation from Bombas, and we have we have quite a few of the children's socks.
Yeah.
And it'll take us a while to go through them. So if Paul doesn't mind sending me the address, like I said, because I'm in the car, but if Paul doesn't mind sending me the address, I am happy to drop some of those socks off, because it's a large donation, and I would much rather share than just keep them. So I would love to keep them warm. So
that's great. I will send that to Paul and make sure you get that address. And
perfect. Yeah, and I'm happy. I'll be happy to drop it off. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. That's very generous of Bombas to do that as well.
Oh, it's an amazing organization. Yes.
Yeah. One more thing for our group is I talked to you last week about potatoes for street school. I will call and confirm that with Reesers on Saturday, and then we'll need to pick them up on Monday and take them to street school. I thought we were going to have to divide them. They were going to be 10-pound bags. They've requested 5-pound bags, which is great because they're going to give each of the students a 5-pound bag of potatoes to take home. So we won't even have to do any dividing up. We'll just need to pick them up from Reesers and then take them over to street school. So once I know what kind of, how much room we'll need, if we need 2 trucks or a couple vans or what, I'll have Kit blast that out to everybody. So that's all I have. If no one has anything else, I will close with a little statement I always do every week. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And that's from Martin Luther King Jr. So next week, we'll have Linda Ortega talking with us about how we can help support Rotary financially and Paul Harris Fellows and all those pieces of good stuff. So tune in, and hopefully we won't have any problems next week. We'll just dial in and everybody will get in, and it'll be smooth as silk. So thank you for joining. I apologize for the mix up this morning. I have no idea what happened, but it'll work next week, I promise. Thank y'all.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Have a good day.
You too, Tina. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.